All right, John Wall and the Rockets are to work on finding him a team, I guess a winning team that'll trade for him. So they said that they're going to work together to find a team in the trade. But he'll show up to training camp, unlike Ben Simmons, until a deal is done. So Bleacher Reporters say NBA trade rumor John Wall and the Rockets mutually agree to find the point guard a new home. It says John Wall and the Rockets have reportedly agreed, on working together to find a new home for a 5-time NBA All-Star, according to Shams of the Athletic in the Stadium. File Shams on Twitter. Shams. Per that report, Wall will remain present around the team training camp as he seeks a trade, but he will not appear in the regular season games. All right, Shams noted that the Houston officials explained Wall's direction of the franchise and the team wants to protect the veterans' health. All right, so it says Mark Berman. Okay, he got a verified mark with Fox 26. NBA sources confirmed Shams reported that the Rockets and John Wall are mutually working together to find him a better fit. Sources say John Wall has not asked for a trade. According to sources, the 5-time All-Star simply isn't part of the Rockets' long-term plans. The Rockets, goes on the article, that was a tweet, the Rockets are clearly rebuilding around young players like Jalen Green, Christian Wood, Kevin Porter, Synagogue, hope I said that right, Josh Christopher, Jason Tate, Kenyon Martin Jr., Usman Garuba, among others. 31-year-old veteran Wall doesn't fit their plans. Even if the Rockets struggle to find a trade partner for John Wall, somebody said on Twitter, whoosh, you got a verified mark. Having him sit out is huge for Kevin Porter Jr.'s development as a primary point guard, and also ideal for Jalen Green to play his natural position as shooting guard or awkwardly cramming Wall, Kevin Porter Jr. and Green into one lineup. Don't expect a buyout, however. Shams reported that there are no buyout plans for the 2 years and $91.7 million remain on Wall's 2 years. Woo! He getting paid, boy. Contract includes a $47.4 player option for 2022-2023, so they got to be 3 years, right? Excuse me. Wall was solid when he played last year, averaging 20.6, 6.9 assists, 3.2 rebounds, 32.2 minutes across 40 games. For John Wall's sake, I'm hoping, Michael Lee said on Twitter, he gets back on the basketball court sooner than later. He's not inclined to take a buyout, but a trade unlikely. Almost lost 2 seasons of his prime of injury and battling all his way back again. Needs to keep playing. I said, yeah, he needs to he right. He need to get into a rhythm, all right? But because of the massive contract, veteran point guard is likely seen as a negative asset around the NBA. The Rockets will have to take it back some similarly undesirable contracts to deal Wall. They might even have to part with some second-round picks or heavily protected first. Whether Wall actually gets traded may come down to how comfortable the front office is with the outcome. Now, my thing is the days of having veterans around to help the young guys out is over with, all right? Those days are over with. You need veterans in the locker room. That's why you got guys doing shit like Malik Beasley, PJ Tucker. That's why you got them out here simping. This is why, you have the bust ratings being higher and higher, because you don't have veterans showing these young guys how to be pros. And all they want to do is get rid of the veterans. You got to find a way to make that work. Kevin Porter Jr. is a natural too. Jalen Green, he's big and he's tall enough. I won't say he's big enough yet. He's tall enough to play the 3. You got to make it work. John Wall can show Porter how to be a 2 and how to be a pro's pro. John Wall then been almost to the top of the game, all the way to the bottom. His trials and tribulations and just what he brings as one of the last few pure point guards is very important. I don't mean important, I mean vital. It's vital. Okay? And this is why you got all these young players, not developing, why they bust, why they marrying or trying to be simpletons and getting played and going child support. Veterans in the locker room play a huge key to life off the court and life on the court. Charles Barkley said Moses Malone and Moses Malone and Julius Erving, Dr. J, showed him how to be a pro. And those young guys won't get it. And that also hurt the development. You need veterans in that locker room. You can't have 15 young guys on a veteran roster and another 5 or 3 or 4 in the G League. That won't work. You need veterans. You need veterans. And right now, they don't have enough veterans in the NBA. You know, guys who fortunate to play with Carmelo Anthony, guys who fortunate to play with Carmelo, who fortunate to play with LeBron James, who fortunate to play with those type of guys that been to the top, you know, or, you know, just, you know, wherever they've been, top to bottom with Melo, they lucky to be able to learn how to be a pro. Being a pro ain't just dribbling the ball and your work ethic. Being a pro is, being a pro, it's how you carry yourself off the court, how you, you know, how you not get took, how you mature off the court as a person. That's how being a pro is about. Maturing on and off the court, showing how to work as a pro, showing how to get it done, showing how, you know, to enjoy the single life or how you work towards the family, not who and who you don't marry. You know, Gilbert Arenas said he had to show Nick Young that the women he was hanging around that he thought loved him, they was hoes. He had backdoor him and just, you know, take them and have sex with them so he know that they don't truly love him. I'm pretty sure Nick Young can tell you that, you know, it was vital to him, you know, being the man that he is. And the NBA is just young. It's younger than when, you know, KG and Kobe, and then, you know, guys like LeBron start coming out of high school, and not Kyrie, but what's up, Sebastian Telfair. It's younger than you got 18-year-old men coming in the, I believe the failure rate per percentage is lower. That's just my guesstimation. But, excuse me, it seems like the bust rate is higher, because when KG, Kevin Garnett, Kobe came into the league, they had pros, and mature. The league was much older and mature. Now the young guys run the team. Man. The young guys tell them what to do with how you gonna run this, and, you know, how you gonna tell somebody how to do something and you ain't accomplished nothing in this league. But with John Wall, you're talking about the teams that may or may not help him. That is a good, right off the bat, he probably look at somebody like the Clippers. The Clippers need John Wall. That's the number one team that need John Wall. They brought in Eric Bledsoe. That's perfect. That's really perfect because you can bring Bledsoe off the bench. What John Wall is going to do is, when Kawhi eventually come back, and he better now. They better now go on and get him now until Kawhi come back. But what he would do is he will stabilize that offense. He gonna get Markieff better looking shots. He gonna get Reggie Jackson better looking shots. He gonna get Paul George and Kawhi Leonard easier and better looking shots, and the game gonna be easier for them. The Clippers is easily the number one team, and guess what? Him and Paul George, Kawhi, they gonna form, you know, a lockdown defense. Now individually, now team defense, they gonna need somebody to clean up. They gonna need somebody to clean up the back, the rim. So that's the problem with the Clippers. They need somebody to clean up the rim. And you look, and also they might as well get Eric Gordon in that trade. To be honest, and they need somebody big that can clean the glass up. I'm not sure they got that in Houston, but yeah, if I'm going to trade, I'll take Eric Bledsoe and John Wall in the trade. And what I'm gonna do with Eric Gordon, Eric Gordon and John Wall. What I'm doing with them, well, you know, starting lineup can look. You can keep Reggie, you can keep John Wall in the backcourt. My second backcourt is going to be Bledsoe, and it's going to be Eric Gordon. You know, what Eric Gordon brings to the table, before I finish on John Wall, he brings experience, a knockdown shooter, somebody off the bench. If he can embrace the role off the bench, somebody that can probably be 6 men of the year. He can easily heat up. And then winning time, what you're going to do is you're going to throw Kawhi, Paul George out there, Morris. Then you're going to throw, you know, probably going to throw Reggie, Bledsoe out there. That's probably what you throw because John Wall, he's an improving shooter, but John Wall would be vital to stabilizing that offense and getting easier buckets. And the way he gonna push, him and Paul George be probably one of the better defensive backcourts. And I think even though he's not as long and tall as Paul and Kawhi, I think he's somebody that can match up with Luka a little bit better than they could, just because he got quick hands. You know, he got long arms and quick hands. But Clippers is easily the number one spot now. Cap wise, how does that fit? They got to find a way to make it fit. I mean, they don't want veterans back. They want, well, it's whatever the Clippers can get them. Now, they also got Terrence Mann there too. Let's look at the Clippers contract, but that's the ideal spot for him. That's only the really spot that he need to go. So you got rid of Patrick Beverly. So the contracts that stand out. So Morris, Ibaka, Zubac, Luke Kennard. So Luke Kennard is the contract. That's $12 million, right? That's $12 million. So you go. So John Wall is making what this year? I'm sorry, John Wall is making what? Let's see what John is making. Because you have to match that up. Let's see what he's making. So he's making 44 this year. That's gonna be tough. Excuse me. So you're gonna have to go Kennard. That's probably gonna be impossible to fit, honestly. That's probably gonna be impossible to fit because you're gonna go Kennard, because you have to go Kennard, Ibaka, that's 22. Morris, that's about what? 37, 38-ish. So then you're gonna have to go, but then you would have to go, woof. So honestly, like I said before, you're gonna trade to me a lot of players, so maybe more so Bledsoe for them, but a fit, that's exactly what they need. Exactly what they need is Wall. You look at other places, great point guards in the West. So in other places, man, there ain't too much. Nowhere else in the West to go. Go to the East, the Knicks. The Knicks will be the second best team for him to go. The Knicks and the Celtics. Those are two teams, Knicks and Celtics. What who Miami got? Miami be a good team too, I believe. Kyle Lowry. So no, I would go Knicks, Heat, or Knicks and Celtics and Heat third. So those are the best teams. He can stabilize the knee with the Celtics. He get, if Randall don't want to work on this going right and work on his right hand, he'll get Randall easy buckets going to his left. He'd be great for Randall. He'd be great for Bart Barrett too. Boston, there's no need to explain. They need a stabilizer. They got Dennis Schroeder, that's cool. And they got Marcus Smart, but somebody that's gonna get. They brought in Chris Dunn too. That's smart. Somebody that's gonna get easy buckets and great shots for Brown and Tatum, and he also can show Schroeder and Chris Dunn how to beat point guard. So those are teams. Let me know what you guys think. Check the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Best way to donate. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love and support of everybody showing the channel. And don't forget to check out the NBA Talk playlist. One time for the one time. Peace.